Hello everyone, how is it going? So today we are going to run a YOLO v4 object detection tutorial, and this is a demo of what we are trying to achieve today. So you can see how the object detection has worked on these images and how efficiently it has detected almost all the objects available in the images. So I'll show the Google Colab file. There is a link in the description. So go ahead and click on the link and make sure you sign in with your own account over here, and it will allow you to run the Google Colab with your Gmail account. So just to quickly go over what we are trying to do, there is this repository by Alexei AB. He has a research paper which came in out, I think, earlier this year, and he has open sourced this project. And this is basically developed on the original YOLO v3 version. The original author, I believe, Joseph Redmond, he stopped working on it. So I think YOLO v3 would be the last one from him. And he had some genuine concerns regarding the project, because of which he stopped working on it. But other people have already picked up. And this is one such paper which came in. And this is YOLO version 4, of course. And you can of course go into this particular link over here and go into the page. He also provided a very nice tutorial of how you can set it up. And of course, for this particular project, you do need a GPU. And you can see, if you, based on the version you're using, if you're using Linux or Windows, it does show you where to go and how to go ahead and change it. So if you click on this, in my case Linux, there's also some tutorials and links of how to set it up on your computer. Even with respect to the Windows, it does show you how to set it up. Now, since we are using a GPU, and like me, many of you might not have a graphic card installed on your computer, and for that purpose, this Colab file helps very nicely. And there's already a YouTuber, and there's this link provided here with the Google Colab link, and you can always go into that video and the link. They already made a tutorial on it, and this is just my version, my take on it. I reduced some information from the past, so to make things very simple, just bare bones of how whatever is important for us, so it's easier for us to understand and interpret what is happening. So the first thing you want to make sure is you're running on a GPU version. So how you can ensure that is, once you have this page opened up and this file is opened on you, click on runtime and make sure the change runtime type is GPU. Normally it will set it up as none, but make sure you're doing it on GPU, and then press save. So then you're using Google Colab's GPU, all the GPU libraries. So the first step it does is, once you make sure that the runtime is GPU, then you can go ahead and click on runtime all, or you can simply click on the play buttons on each and every code over here. But running runtime all should also take care of it, and it should run the whole code without any issues. Once you run everything, just to quickly go in the bottom, it will show you the output in this form. So the output, you can see the car has been detected, and you can just simply right click and save image as, and you can download your detected image. So as simple as that. You just go ahead and click run again, just go and click on run all, so it will run the whole code for you. It'll take a few seconds. Mine is already run, so that's the reason I'm able to see the output. But once you click on run all, it will take a few seconds, and once everything is done, it will give you this particular type of output. Now let's see what is happening bit by bit. There are only hardly 4 or 5 steps, and I'll go into each of them in depth so that it's easier for us to understand. So as we said, the first step after you're setting up your runtime is to clone the repository, and you're using git clone to clone your repository, and you're using my version of the GitHub. I forked the version on my GitHub account. The reason is because I made a few changes in the make file to make it simple. So you can use this particular version. Once you have this set up, go under change directory to .NET. So it changes the directory. It tells Google that you need to open the .NET folder, which is here. So once you clone, this particular folder will appear. And when you say change directory, you're just telling Google to go ahead and open this particular directory, because here is where my project is. And now I'm going to run all the files from here. So once you're done with that, run make, and make is nothing but it generates an executable for us. So it'll take, this is the most important step. Once you make that file, then it will create that executable, that executable file or application that we'll be using in the next step. So once this is done, then we do need the weights, and the weights are available on the GitHub account of this gentleman. So we're just using wget to download all the weights file, and it comes from here. So you can see YOLO weights, YOLO v4 weights are going to be downloaded, and it will be saved in this folder. So once we have all of this downloaded, so you can see YOLO v4 has been already downloaded in my case. And once you have all that ready, then this is the main crux, which is actually doing the detection for us. This line over here, the ./.NET, this is a type of executable. It is running, it is telling GPU to run this application, the .NET. It's nothing but an exe file in case of a Windows, but an executable in our Linux version. So you can just run this file, and it will call this application detector, and it's nothing but giving the path of all the Cocoa data names. Cocoa data names is where all the labels are present, the configuration file for YOLO v4, the weights file for the YOLO v4, and lastly the image that we want to run. So if you come in under here, under the .NET, so go under data. If you see data here, click on data, and you'll see bunch of images and bunch of files here. So I uploaded some images additional to the images that were already there. So images 1 to 7, and we can use any of those images to test it out. So data, images, and this runs the detection, the .NET detection on our image, and gives out the output. And this particular section over here, it's just using OpenCV and Matplotlib to open those images and display for us. That's all it is doing. The whole heavy lifting takes care in this particular line. And once this line is run, it saves the images in form of a predictions.jpg, which comes up here, and you're just opening. It comes under the .NET folder here, and it will be, if we see, it's right here. So predictions.jpg, this is the image that will be generated by this part of the code. So once that is run, you just plot the file or display the file on your Google Colab, and of course you get the final output, which comes up down here. So the last step would be to display the object, and of course download all the images that you want. Now, how would you do it if you had your own image? So just simply go into the data folder over here and click on the data folder and upload whatever image you want to do. So for example, this data over here, and I press upload, and say I have this particular folder over here, YOLO v4, and I have certain set of images, and I say, okay, let's upload this Google 7 image or Google 8, this image 7.jpg. So you can see that it's now being uploaded and it's available for us to test. So you can see image 7 has been uploaded out here, and if I want to run the YOLO object detector on it, just go ahead and change this particular name. So whatever image name you have. So I have put down as image 7.jpg. So I'm just writing down my name. Now you can have whatever image you want and just give the exact correct spelling of the name over here, and it will do the object detection for us. And once you have done that, just press the play button. You don't need to run everything from the beginning. Just press play button and it will be ready to display the image. So you can see that it is now displaying a new image with the object detection on it. As simple as that, and very easy to implement, very easy to run. The next step for this project would be to see how the YOLO v4 works on custom data set, on our own image predictions, and also to see how we can run videos and do detection on videos. If that is something that is of interest to you, do leave a comment and let me know what is it that you want to do, and based on the requirements, I'll make the corresponding video for you guys. So if this is something that's helping you, do consider subscribing to the channel and like the video. So until then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.